It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Checking out Oklahoma City. They are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. Guys, coaches who have moved from college to the NBA have generally had a tough time making that adjustment. But after 19 seasons at the University of Florida, Billy Donovan done pretty well in OKC, hasn't he?
Well, he got the Thunder within one game of the NBA Finals, and that's, pretty impressive. It's different team now, no KD, but he still established himself as a great coach.
He was a humble player as a coach. He came in humble. He said, how can I bring value to the team? He brought accountability, discipline, and composure.
Maybe you can take that attitude as well. Maybe you can look at this team and say, how can I bring value to the team?
Why would I do that, Ernie?
Excellent point. Here's Kevin Harlan.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our national anthem performer, Linda Lind, and we're getting ready to go. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. Last year, they were humiliated in their matchup, losing every game in 4 tries.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
We'll get a great idea tonight of exactly how they match up in terms of strengths versus weaknesses. When it comes down to a 4-game season series, this first one is always a good indicator of what's to come.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, Klay Thompson continues to be happy with his role on the Warriors. He said winning is so much fun. It's one thing to put up numbers, and it's another to sacrifice and be on the best team in the NBA. I'll take the latter every time. At the end of the day, people are going to remember championships. That's what it's all about. And that's absolutely right. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That's the mindset you have to have. In the end, winning titles should be the ultimate goal. Tonight, 2 prolific offenses, Brent. When you're facing a great group of scores, what are some of the things you can do defensively? Try to slow them down.
Well, Kevin, one of the things, if you're in your kitchen, you could pull out your mixer. That means you got to mix up your defenses. You can't give them one constant look about how you're playing pick and rolls and what you're going to do on the post in terms of double teaming. So fire that thing up.
Camouflage, try to disguise what you're going to do and know what you do well. I mean, there's so many tentacles to it. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Klay in the backcourt. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. And it's Pachulia in at the 5. Here's Roberson, fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Roberson slicing through the defense, and that's all because he's staying active. Well, if you look at Andre Roberson's stats, you would wonder why he gets so much playing time. Not a great scorer, gets a ton of minutes, and I'll tell you why. He can defend wing players and great scorers in this league like a hawk. That's the reason why he became a valuable performer through the years for Oklahoma City.
And you look at Robertson, and he is clearly a defensive specialist for this team.
Well, he's a great wing defender and so many great offensive weapons at the 2 and 3 spot in the conference, the Western Conference, that he is familiar with. Does a great job of going out on a nightly basis and doing what he does best. That's playing defense for his ball club.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. A shot by George, wide open. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, a big guy with a motor is such a luxury in this league. Adams right there showing up big on the offensive glass, and then he converts.
Now here's Curry. He had 22 points in the win against Brooklyn.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against New Orleans.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
Just keep watching Draymond Green and keep being impressed by what he does defensively out there.
Durant wide open. He fires off target from 3-point range. Knocked away. Robertson the pass to George. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by George.
Well, able to explode in the paint at will, and a great finisher. Westbrook a terror once he gets in there.
Here's Thompson. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Curry kicks to Pachulia. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Adams quick off his feet there with that size and length. Tough to shoot over.
Westbrook dishes to Carmelo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Anthony's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Green. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Draymond running and running. Incredible how he clears out some room there with that wide body.
Double team on Westbrook. Anthony kicks to George. 5 to shoot. And Robertson has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Roberson's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Thunder.
And the 3-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Here's Thompson. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Westbrook passes to George. He kicks it to Anthony. And Robertson has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors trail by 10. Unloads from 13. Thompson misses. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And a bit of a bittersweet question for you, Brent. We know you spent so many years with the Sonics, who eventually were uprooted and became this Thunder team. How badly would you like to see Seattle get a basketball team again?
I think it's the NBA's mission to get back to Seattle, and under Adam Silver, he's asked questions about the return to the Emerald City, and I think it's going to happen, Kevin. If it does, I'd love to be a part of what the organization does up there. I do miss the PNW. That's the Pacific Northwest.
Shot clock at 6. No good from Durant.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pachulia dishes to Durant. Back to Pachulia. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Pachulia's got his first 2 points.
And practically doubling his assist totals over the back half of his career. Durant's a more than willing facilitator. Whatever his team needs to win, he'll do it.
Now here's Westbrook. He had 31 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Green kicks to Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Green against Anthony. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here's Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Again, the miss by Green.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Outside for George. Kept alive. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And so here is Golden State following the score by Oklahoma City. That one falls.
Pachulia is a big guy, and when he's near the rim, that's where big guys score.
And Robertson kicks to Adams. Outside Westbrook. Back to Adams. The pass to Westbrook. And Robertson has it in the corner. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Anthony. Houston comes in for George. Alex Abrinas is checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Different look here for the Warriors. West is checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Young's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Hey, Brent, you and I were talking about the toughest players in the league just a minute ago. It's easy to go right to physical attributes, but let's shift it. And who are some of the toughest guys mentally in the game now?
Well, those guys who are thinking out there on the floor, not only about what they have to do, Kevin, but getting their guys lined up and into right spots. I think that Marc Gasol does an incredible job of that in Memphis, especially as the center, knowing all the coverages, backing up the line of defense on pick and rolls, rebounding, outletting, scoring. That's a lot of work for a big guy. And the elite guys that we could talk about, Kev, Chris Paul and LeBron James. I mean, how good are those guys when it comes down to making sure that things are communicated between the coach and that all 5 guys know their responsibilities on the floor?
Yeah, but if it can come from the back end, like you said with Gasol, what about a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I think has really tried to improve that part of his game?
I think there's a lot more appreciation for how much DeAndre Jordan does, especially the way that he contributed to the USA team.
Young, right side.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
And Patterson kicks to Felton. Eustace passes to Felton. Pass to Adams. Eustace kicks to Patterson. Screen by Adams. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got his second bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Iguodala outside. Pass to West. And Young kicks to McGee. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
What a year for JaVale McGee to re-find his form and some confidence as an NBA player. Signed with the Warriors, played his way into their rotation, and after being on the verge of possibly being out of the NBA, he was a huge piece of a championship caliber team.
He's off on the first. And for McGee, a lot of it was just finding the right situation.
Well, to me, for McGee, it wasn't so much about the fit and the style of play. It was about the character around him. And I think that Steve Kerr and collectively the roster just wanted to empower JaVale McGee to go out and be effective on the floor. A tremendous comeback year for that young player.
Oklahoma City leading by 16. Kicks it to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Here is Livingston, following the score by Oklahoma City. West, that's good.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Passes it to Abrinas. Over Young. The Warriors pull it in.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Iguodala kicks it to West. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Iguodala, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Some teams live and die by the three. Let's check out the best. The Warriors, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
And so it's Golden State with it. It's a 16-point game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's West. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Oklahoma City shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. From 10 feet out, that one a little long.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
The shot's good from McGee.
And Livingston did play point guard his first couple years, knows how to operate the offense, that time with the pass.
Felton kicks to Eustace. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for McGee. He's putting up 9 points a game, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
When you look at bigs, you talk to them about 2 key components: protect the rim and pound the glass. And intimidation, that helps too.
Now here's Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Young dishes to West. West can't get that one to fall.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to...
Whoa!
Wow. Goodness.
Look out.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Felton the pass to Patterson. Over to the left wing. Here's Abrinas, defended by Young. And Patterson kicks to Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Abrinas. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Dishes it to McGee. That one, no good. Great D that time from Collison. West with the steal. Now here's Iguodala, guarded closely. That one goes in.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
The Thunder leading by 10. Felton dishes to Collison. Here's Eustace. Back to Abrinas. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by McGee.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
Young's shot is off. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Abrinas the pass to Eustace, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing, and the foul called on the Golden State Warriors. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. So it's the Warriors now. And here's Iguodala outside. The shot, no good. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too, not saying I don't. But they're both fans and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
Well, there's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Patrick Patterson is out there with Eustace. Then there's Nick Collison. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. Releases from 15. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 6.
Well, not a mismatch until you exploit it. That's exactly what he did there from the mid-range.
There's the screen. And Patterson kicks to Collison. Patterson, the screen. The three. Again, the miss by Felton. Warriors trail by 13.
And the Warriors bringing back the band coming into this season. Durant took $9 million less than the max. That enabled them to bring back every big-time contributor from their 2017 championship roster. And the Warriors not just re-signing their own free agents, they went out and got some other guys. Omri Caspi and Swaggy P. Hard to believe, but they might be even better than last year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Grant, so many heady players, tough players, eventually become coaches. We've seen it time and again. And what kind of situation would it take, for instance, for you to get involved with that, either on the floor, on the bench, or in the front office?
I'll tell you right now, Kevin, I'm so thankful for my local YMCA because I've coached the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams for the last few years.
Good for
I'm
you.
not getting paid for it, but I think I'm learning more there than I would in the league.
But you enjoy it.
I do enjoy it, and Kevin, I think basketball's been such a big part of my life that at some point I will love the opportunity to be involved with one of the 30 teams in the league in some capacity.
They'd be lucky to get you. And here's Westbrook from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by George. He's got 5.
Well, there are guys that stop on a dime and shoot, but Russell stops and rises up. No way to challenge him there.
There's the screen. Green, the screen. Back to Curry. Jumper off the screen. And the Warriors miss again. Oklahoma City leading by 14. And Robertson has it in the corner. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Durant kicks to Curry. West outside. Picked by West. And Curry has it in the corner. Here's Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Imagine that. Draymond Green bringing energy to the game. Where have I seen that before?
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. George dishes to Westbrook. From outside, off the mark. Warriors trail by 12. On the wing, Thompson. And Robertson pulls it down. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
And the first one at the line is good. And to many, the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a 2-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
The awareness of Russell Westbrook to locate the open man and deliver a strike, something he's developing.
Green, the screen. Thompson passes to Durant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And for Kevin Durant, one area that he excelled in last season was his rim protection. Used his length and timing to disrupt a lot of shots. And I think that's what he focused on. Joining the Warriors, you knew he was going to score, but he wanted the responsibility and came through defensively for Golden State.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him. And Durant's rim protection was a big help to the Warriors and their defense, certainly. Durant and Green, Brent, combined to be one of the best defensive duos in the NBA.
And I'm not sure if we still think of Kevin Durant in the stopper mode, Kevin. I think we were really shocked, though, last year about how effective he could be as a team defender, using his length and having an impact around the rim and painted area like he did last year.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Roberson's got 8 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Curry dishes to Durant. Over George. Misses off the left iron.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Westbrook with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Screen by Adams. Shot clock at 5. Westbrook.
Okay. You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, George. Westbrook kicks to George. He dishes it to Robertson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Anthony. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Westbrook with the steal. It's Anthony with the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Curry. Adams, some nice D.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Warriors trail by 20. On the wing, Thompson. And the Warriors miss again.
And they got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
Inside, stolen by Thompson. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, Steph started that all with his defense. Fantastic at getting into the passing lane and coming up with a steal.
Here's Roberson. 8 points for him. And George kicks to Anthony. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the turnovers are what stand out. I know they're leading, but it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possessions.
Warriors trail by 18. Now Curry. Green, the screen. Thompson passes to Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls into that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable
Gentlemen,
with.
2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years statistically of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a 2-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double teamed. It opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run and gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Outside Curry. He feeds it to Durant. Over Westbrook. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
Well, a favorite spot for KD there. He has no trouble converting from mid-range with his feet set or off the bounce.
Here's Roberson. He's got 8. It's Westbrook with the drive and the dunk by Westbrook.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
No doubt. His success converting around the rim is largely due to the one thing he does better than most, and that is fly.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Patterson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Andre Robertson. And that one falls for Westbrook.
This OKC team is one of the best in the league when it comes to getting themselves to the free throw line. And a lot of that comes with the sheer force of Russell Westbrook, who draws a ton of fouls. But there's a few other crafty players who can get to work on the inside and find their way to the free throw line.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Green dishes to Iguodala. Off target with his 3. The Thunder, a strong team at getting points off free throws, Brent. It helps having Cantor, who's also good at drawing fouls.
Well, we see how much a team can have success just stealing easy points from the free throw line. So most teams that are near the top in terms of finding free throw attempts per game find their way into postseason play. The Thunder have set that trend. Westbrook's aggressiveness, Cantor on the inside, and Adams playing aggressive around the rim.
Patterson, the screen. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Here's Abrinas, guarded by McGee. McGee with the block. Livingston with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Drops in the tray.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Abrinas, defended by Young. For the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
With some arc, so the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Love the way that Sean Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly what his strengths are and how to run an offense. He can act as a scorer at times and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating from about 8 feet out.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And with the height that Sean Livingston has, he provides a mismatch for smaller guards. Also can pass right over the top of him. Brett, I got to tell you, he reminds me a bit of how you used to play.
Well, there's no way that I had that kind of post game, Kevin, but it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Sean does a great job, however, of finding the spots on the floor where he can be most effective. He does not try to do things whenever he's not at that 12 to 16 foot range where he does most of his damage.
Kept alive outside for Felton. Good on the triple. Felton's got his second bucket tonight.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Great positioning on the putback.
Persistence from Pachulia. Say that 5 times fast, Kevin.
Outside Felton. The pass to Abrinas. Adams against Young. Adams, the pass to Felton. 5 to shoot. Here's Abrinas. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. The Warriors also with a sub. West is checked in for Pachulia.
One shot.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
Puts it up from 12. That shot off. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Outside Felton. Patterson up top. Felton kicks to Patterson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Abrinas. Sinks that one from the post. Abrinas has got 5 now.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently. They seem to have the answer for it.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Shooting one.
The Warriors have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
One shot.
The free throw drops for West. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Warriors trail by 18. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And here's Livingston. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. West with a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 6 assists in the game. Felton kicks to Patterson. Tries it from 19. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Here's Abrinas. 5 points in the game. Patterson passes to Hustis. Bangs home the trifecta. Hustis has got 5 now.
You just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
McGee is screened. Livingston kicks to McGee. Deflects the pass, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game. The Thunder leading by 19. Felton kicks to Patterson. Pass to Eustace. Over Iguodala. Hits the front of the rim and out. Great D that time from Collison.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everybody. So far, a pretty one-sided first half. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
Moving the basketball and making the extra pass, making the defense work harder to stop them. Nice offense there.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. And it's Pachulia in at the 5, down low.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Curry on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook, and Green slams it in.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Westbrook dishes to George. Over Durant, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him. This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
The feed now to Robertson. Left side Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. The 3 from George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists tonight.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
And Brent, when you hear Donovan on the sideline or in the huddle, it's clear how big a motivator he can be for his team. He certainly gets the most out of his players from the stars to the end of the bench.
One thing that Billy Donovan did in the early part of taking the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin, I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the off-season, being there for workouts, understanding the personalities of his team, and getting to know his guys. All of those things have reaped some incredible rewards in the early part of Billy Donovan's coaching career.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, you can't fall for that kind of shot fake if you're the defender. Melo selling it well and then finds his way to the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
One thing we've seen from the Warriors is that this team's ability to turn things on and just put teams away is remarkable. They hit a switch, the defense causes some turnovers, and in the blink of an eye, 10, 12, 15 points, and you're down big.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And that burst of scoring and intensity with the Warriors. You know, Brent, sometimes it feels like they only need to play 6 to 10 good minutes of basketball to win a game.
Yeah, sometimes that's all they do, Kevin, and then they let the defense take over. And I think that that's what's most amazing about this Warriors roster. It's relentless, but it's relentless on both ends of the floor. You sleep on defense, and offensively they take advantage. And if you're not sharp yourself on the offensive end, the Warriors are just too good down there.
And it's sent back by George. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season. Now let's see some numbers here on Steph Curry. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 6th in steals, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Outside Westbrook. And Robertson has it in the corner. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And George kicks to Adams. Outside Green. And Curry has it in the corner. Back to Green.
Get Curry.
Westbrook against Curry. Now here's Durant. Tight defense on him. Pachulia. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Yeah, he fended off the defense there and anticipated getting fouled.
When a team signs Pachulia, they're getting a solid center, Brent, but they're also getting an enforcer for their team.
Well, there are a lot of players in the NBA, Kevin, at the center position who are unwilling to accept maybe what the modern-day center has to do, especially a guy that doesn't have a tremendous amount of skill. That is set screens, go out and rebound, and be an enforcer. That's exactly what Pachulia provided for the Warriors in his first year.
The free throw drops for Pachulia.
And the veteran Pachulia is a physical presence, a guy you hate playing against, but someone you love if he's on your team.
Right side Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And really, the past few seasons, the Thunder have just been a dominant team on the glass. They do a great job of limiting second chance points, and they get a lot of extra possessions with their own offensive rebounding.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. You look over the roster of the Thunder, and it's easy to see why they're such a great rebounding team. 1 through 5 can come up with 10 boards on any given night.
And those rebounding totals usually translate to wins for this team. Very rarely do they lose a game when they're having their way on the glass. The goal at the end of the night is to play the bully in and around that painted area.
And Roberson kicks to Adams over Pachulia. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 8.
Well, Robertson, a nice job that time distributing the basketball, and a dependable player in these offensive schemes if he does that.
There's a screen. Feeds to Thompson. Picked by Pachulia. Misses the 3. The Thunder leading by 18. The kick out to Westbrook over Thompson. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
It's stolen by Green. And it's the Warriors on the break. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 15 rebounds here tonight.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Now here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. There's the triple. Westbrook missing again. Warriors trail by 18. Curry kicks to Green. And good that time. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Draymond Green showing us some finishing touch around the rim.
Westbrook against Thompson. Westbrook passes to Roberson. The dish to Adams. Outside Anthony. Screen by Adams. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Thompson misses.
Man, if he's missing those kind of good looks, his team is in some serious trouble.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Great recognition there from Russell Westbrook. You take away his path to the basket, he can still just rise up and get you from the mid-range.
The screen from Thompson. Durant sets a screen for Green. Picked by Pachulia. Green with the ball. Now Anthony defending.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, there are numerous ways to build a lead, but owning the glass may be one of the best.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Warriors have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Curry kicks to Durant. Lets it go. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anthony with the screen on Green. Roberson dishes to Anthony. Ball's knocked loose. And Roberson kicks to Anthony. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Yeah, it seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
Durant sets a screen for Green. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pachulia, good.
Yeah, can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Patterson, the screen. Felton attacking. Here's Collison. McGee with the block. Young outside. A 3-ball. Tries again. McGee's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Felton the pass to Collison. Back to Felton. McGee with the block. They get it back. Collison dishes to Patterson. It's rebounded by Golden State. McGee's got 5 rebounds tonight and a wide open look for Iguodala. Another shot and the layup good by West. West has got 11 points.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
For 3, Felton. Again, the miss by Felton.
And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning, but they'd like to get him going.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Here's Abrinas, defended by Young. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. To the wing on the left. Pass to McGee. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Thunder leading by 18. Right side, Felton. He kicks to Collison. It's over McGee, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Brent, in your younger years, your dad, of course, played for the Golden State Warriors. You have connections with the Bay Area, certainly. Any memories of watching the old Warriors team play?
Well, of course, Kevin. I was a ball boy when I was 4 years old, and I remember getting into the locker room and having a chance to get on the practice court and riding to the arena with my dad. And then my years in high school when I made my way there to watch Run TMC and spent my summers with Chris Mullen trying to get myself ready for the NBA. I love the Bay Area. I love where I'm from, and I have to admit it. I love the Warriors.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Warriors trail by 19. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Collison. And now it's Collison running. He can go all the way. And finished off by Collison.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Felton. And McGee kicks it to West. The fadeaway gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
We've got 1:28 left in the third. Patterson, the screen. Felton kicks to Eustace. To the middle. Patterson passes to Felton. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Felton's got 8 points.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
The Thunder leading by 19. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Eustace. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. 7 points in the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Iguodala dishes to West, and it's in there.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Oklahoma City's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Felton with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Abrinas, no good on the triple. And it's the Warriors on the break. Young's running. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Here's McGee, and it's Golden State with another.
Guys, he can get this shot anytime he wants.
You bet. With his height, not many defenders are going to challenge that mid-range jump shot.
And so it's Oklahoma City feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. Right back after this break. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. We've got Nick Collison. Eustace is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Felton, and it's Abrinas in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Young outside. Here's Livingston, rejected by Collison, and they're able to recover, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
One shot, find the lanes.
That's good from McGee.
You just watch the way the Warriors run their offense, and you have to think about the way that Steve Kerr had set things up. So many options and cuts on every play, using the three-point line to spread out the defense and find angles and niches to attack. Rarely relies on the ever-present NBA isolation plays.
And with the fluid offense that Kerr has the Warriors running right now, Brent, it's as effective as it gets and has been for his whole tenure. The passing is just superb.
Well, it's an unreal offensive system with unreal shooters, Kevin. And so, you know, guys understand that if we keep moving around and we keep moving the ball, everybody's going to have a shot to make a shot and to make the kind of contributions to the team offensively that they're used to. The fantastic part about what Steve's done, though, is the accountability on the defensive end, as Golden State is one of the primetime defenses every year.
And he sinks the second. Warriors trail by 17. Livingston kicks to McGee. West, right side. To the inside, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. There's a good screen. Here's Abrinas, guarded by McGee. Abrinas, the pass to Collison. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. West has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. Great open look there.
Well, Iguodala setting up, getting that good strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
The Thunder leading by 13. Felton goes in, and it's Abrines in the corner. Outside Collison. 5 to shoot. Baseline jumper. The Thunder with another miss.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Patterson against West. To the middle. They set the pick. The shot's good from McGee.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Abrines, defended by Young. Here's Collison. Here's Hustis. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Over in the corner, Livingston. McGee is screened. Livingston kicks to McGee. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. McGee's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well we got the point across.
Okay, David, thanks. Durant against George. It's stolen by Adams. Anthony left side. In the corner, George with it. And then George with the jam.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And that last replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. And Adams sends it back. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. On the mark with the 15-footer. And the Thunder lead by 13.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Now George. Outside Westbrook. And Pachulia pulls it down. Warriors trail by 13. The open shot, Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for Kevin Durant.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Westbrook with it. Kicks to Carmelo. Pass to Roberson. 5 on the clock. Anthony against Pachulia. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Down low. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Green.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Roberson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Stephen Curry.
And a power forward in college. Roberson's been working on increasing his shooting range ever since he entered the league.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Curry passes to Pachulia. Golden State moving it around. And it's Durant missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Durant's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Now, Steph is getting better at scoring inside the three-point line. Just an offensive powerhouse.
And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Green, the screen. Again, Durant missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Warriors trail by 10. Curry kicks to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, Curry plays with such incredible rhythm and joy, not just in how he shoots the basketball, but really enjoys passing it as well.
Here's Roberson. Outside Anthony. In the corner, it's Westbrook over Thompson. Westbrook, no good.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Dishes it to Carmelo. Adams right side. There's the pick. Here's Roberson, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Warriors trail by 6. Outside Curry to the paint. Green. That one no good. Good work defensively by Anthony.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. On the wing, Thompson. That shot misses. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Yep, it counts. And now a 10-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, great efficiency on the inside from Steven Adams. Rarely does he take a bad shot.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Green, the screen. Outside Durant. Back to Thompson. A 3. And it's Thompson again missing.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
Warriors trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 6 assists now in the game.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
George against Durant. Back to Curry. Durant kicks to Green. 5 to shoot. It's Curry outside. Pachulia the pass to Durant. Shot to stop the run. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Pachulia.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
The shot's good. 18 points for Carmelo Anthony.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
The Thunder leading by 13. George with the screen on Durant. Robertson dishes to George. Screen by Adams. And George kicks to Anthony. George against Curry. For three, Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, George. He dishes it to Carmelo. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 13-point lead. Here's Westbrook. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Brent, the media and others have commented that while Westbrook is a gifted scorer, he isn't an efficient scorer. What do you think of that?
Well, Russell is surrounded by guys who are still trying to figure out exactly what they are supposed to be in the league. He's not going to wait around for them to figure it out on his watch. And so that's the delicate dance right now for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook trying to find a balance between leading the charge and putting a charge in his teammates.
That's good from Westbrook. And Brent, every year on average, it seems like players get a little taller, they can jump a little higher, they run a little faster. What are your thoughts about raising the rim above 10 feet where it stands now?
That's a great question, Kevin. I don't think that that's happening anytime soon, but
you had I can see you shaking your head and you kind of laughed at it.
I just can't see it
happening. The game is hard enough as it is right now, right? Is that what you're saying?
It is. I like your idea about making the court a little bit bigger, but 10 feet seems to be a pretty good number for where that tin sits.
About right, huh?
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Russell Westbrook.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
Second free throw, no good.
And the former college defensive player of the year in his conference, few knew that Westbrook would reach such elite scoring at the pro level.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Back to Anthony. Westbrook passes to Carmelo. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Green. It's Curry outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Durant dishes to Thompson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And here's Westbrook. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just play hard. we came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.